Hey everyone, and welcome back to our journey through time. Have you ever stopped to think about how radically different our world is today compared to just a few decades ago? The period from the end of World War II in 1945 right up to the 1990s was an absolute whirlwind of innovation. It was an era that laid the foundation for virtually every piece of technology we use today. From giant room-sized brains to devices that fit in our pockets. This half-century wasn't just an evolution, it was a revolution. So, buckle up as we dive into the game-changing technologies of the mid to late 20th century, exploring the inventions that truly shaped our modern lives. It's a story of human ingenuity, ambition, and the relentless drive to push boundaries. Let's get started. Our first stop is the world of computing. Imagine a computer that weighed 30 tons and filled an entire room. That was ENIAC, one of the earliest electronic general-purpose computers born right after the war. In those early days, computers were colossal machines, mostly used by governments, universities, and massive corporations for complex calculations. They were the unsung heroes, crunching the numbers for everything from census data to scientific research. But then, something incredible happened. The invention of the transistor and later the integrated circuit made it possible to shrink these behemoths. Slowly but surely, the idea of a computer for everyone started to take shape. This led to the dawn of the personal computer era in the late 70s and 80s with machines like the Apple II and the IBM PC. Suddenly, the power of computing wasn't just for scientists in lab coats, it was for small businesses, schools, and even our homes, changing how we work, learn, and play forever. While we were shrinking computers on Earth, our ambitions were soaring to the stars. The space race between the United States and the Soviet Union ignited an unprecedented boom in space technology. It all kicked off with the launch of Sputnik in 1957, the first artificial satellite, which beeped its way around the globe and sent a clear message. Humanity had breached the final frontier. This competition fueled incredible advancements. We sent probes to explore other planets, giving us our first close-up images of Mars and Venus. And of course, the crowning achievement of this era, the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969. When Neil Armstrong took that one small step, it was a monumental leap for all of us, proving that what was once science fiction could become reality. These missions didn't just expand our knowledge of the universe, they gave us technologies we use every day, like GPS and satellite TV. Back on Earth, another revolution was quietly brewing, one that would connect us all in ways previously unimaginable. I'm talking about telecommunications. The concept of a mobile phone started moving from a clunky, car-mounted device to something you could actually carry, albeit a bit like a brick at first. But the real game-changer was the birth of the Internet. It began as ARPANET, a military project designed to create a decentralized communication network. For years, it was a tool for academics and researchers to share information. But as the 80s rolled into the 90s, the Internet began to evolve into the World Wide Web, opening up a global network of information and connection to the public. The first email was sent, the first website went live, and the world started to feel a whole lot smaller. This was the very beginning of the digital age that we are all a part of today. Finally, we can't talk about this era without mentioning the atom. The dawn of the nuclear age brought with it both immense promise and profound fear. On one hand, nuclear energy offered a powerful new way to generate electricity. Nuclear power plants began to spring up around the world, providing a source of energy that didn't rely on fossil fuels. This technology promised clean, abundant power to fuel our growing cities and industries. However, the same science that could power a city could also create weapons of unimaginable destruction. The atomic bomb had ended World War II, but it cast a long shadow over the subsequent decades, shaping global politics and creating a tense standoff known as the Cold War. The dual nature of nuclear technology, a source of both incredible power and immense risk, became one of the defining dilemmas of the late 20th century, a debate that continues to this day. And that's a wrap on our tour of the incredible technologies from 1945 to the 1990s. From room-sized computers to the dawn of the Internet, and from reaching the moon to harnessing the atom, this era was truly transformative. It set the stage for the hyper-connected, digital world we live in now. What technology from this period do you think was the most impactful? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that shaped our world. See you in the next one.